Barry B. Benson. He's not like other bees. They were too honey-coated and hive-pilled. They were too busy bee-maxing and feeding the system. Barry was different. Big Honey was not going to force him to submit. He was going to be jobless core. Bees haven't missed work for 27 million years. But he wasn't intimidated by 27 million years of history. No, 27 million years of mind control. He was not intimidated, but he was intimate and dated a white woman. And that's pretty much the plot of the movie. How's everybody doing this? Incredible, Dr. Dulio. And welcome to a new series called The Pro Hater Review, where I, the Pro Hater, review. Not to be confused with my other series, The Pro Hater Analysis, where I, the Pro Hater, analyze. And there's no better place to start the series off than the Bee Movie. This is like the most insane movie ever. How do you even come up with this? But strangely enough, for how wacky the movie is, some things don't make sense, even in context. I have a theory that I will bring to light, so stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at why I call this movie pure insanity. So the movie starts off with some sort of inspirational quote. Bees don't care about what humans think is possible. Is that why they got Barry rocking chucks? I'm a human, and I didn't think that was possible. Yo, by the way, Barry, your fit reeks! Now the BS starts right from the jump. He just used his hair gel as mouthwash and deodorant and didn't brush his teeth. What in the 35-in-1 type of formula does he got? He could literally put that in his whip and it'll fill his car. Matter of fact, we literally see somebody do that and then we see that same junkie shooting up honey in broad daylight directly out the gas pump. They really out here feeding for that honey. Just how much power do you think you would have if you controlled honey? Now, I'm not gonna reveal too much of my theory just yet, but throughout this, just watch how shady Big Honey moves the entire time. Now back to Barry and... No. That's just not right. Did he just stick his tip in the pencil sharpener? I don't think we should have seen that. This feels like a genuine invasion of privacy. But then again, he has no pants on. He couldn't care less about his privacy. So he's about to go to his graduation. And then his dad says, perfect report card. All bees. I ain't gonna lie, that's a banger. But hold on, pause that. Hey, Mrs. Benson. Is it alright if I call you Janet? Cause hold on, Janet. What's all that movement back there? Yo, what kind of whip is this? Big ass hood, small ass wheels, but hold on. I just realized he's driving a drop top. Does Barry got motion? And here come Adam, easily my least favorite. His long head ass with his Wolverine sideburns. He's built like a rectangle, but you can tell he really is the definition of a square ass nigga. With his yellow face, he literally looks like the nerd emoji. So after they park the V, smooth as hell, they slide to the graduation ceremony, and it was 1 second long. And now we're going straight to the workforce until we drop dead. That sounds scary as shit.
Actually, Dulio, it's not that deep. It's just a kid's movie.
No, the hell it's not. One thing this definitely is not is a kid's movie. It's a tragic dystopian horror drama with complex themes, like the morality of insect incest. Yeah, apparently they're all inbred and all of them are cousins. Also, the announcer lady was speaking Spanish, so like, how does that work? Are there like some of the bees in the hive that speak Spanish? Are they immigrants or something? Like, obviously bees don't speak, but I would have thought that all the bees in the same hive would speak the same language, you know? So there's like diversity in the hive. There's like white bees, Hispanic bees, nigga bee, quiet! And Barry's the one guy not trying to get a job. Like, he's such a bum. See, that's the problem with this young generation. All they want to do is sit around and play stupid sports like pickleball and make really weird YouTube videos. So after the ceremony, they run into some military guys and look at these big ass bees. Y'all are on the wrong team, my brother. The bees, y'all need to be playing for the Hornets out in Charlotte. They really got the Duke Dennis of bees out here, some B block super soldiers. General just socked him in his mouth and he was unfazed. So apparently, if you got pollen on you, you actually turn into Duke Dennis and you get unspoken riz. I'm sorry. Please don't dislike my video. But look at Barry cabbing for the hose. So 6 of them run up on me. But whole time, I'm lacking. I left my strap at the crib. So the nigga swung his body to the side. Like, why are you lying? You know full and damn well that none of that happened. But when your man's is capping for the ladies, you just gotta let him rock. You see, the problem with capping for the hoes is an army recruiter might hear you, and before you can say, test my gangster, you're getting deployed. The shorties were probably in on the whole thing from the jump. That's how they get you for real, the damn feds. 1 second he was chopping up with the baddies, now he signed his life away on a 360 deal. He gonna come back with no kneecaps. This is live footage of him signing his life away. Barry finally leaves the hive for the first time, and he's so happy. You could say he's in his honeymoon phase. Get it? But seriously though, why is he fangirling? Act like you've been here before. Glossing over the fact that they collect nectar with combat weapons, Barry somehow finds himself stuck to a tennis ball. And what do we have here? Hey, Vanessa. This is elite milk, boy. Hey, man, maybe it's time for me to go hop in the snow. But one thing about Vanessa that pisses me off, what are you doing with a bum like Ken and his Minecraft Steve Jobs? Ken is such a loser, bro. And Ken, you need to lock in. Because how can you explain to someone that a bee took your shorty? How does that conversation even go? Guys, me and Vanessa broke up. She was, emotionally cheating on me. What? Dude, she cheated on you? You're a stud. What, was her new guy taller than you? Nah, he's tiny. Did he make more money than you? Nah, his whole thing is actually he wants to be unemployed. Dang, I know what it was. He was probably more gifted than you, huh? Nah. Bee stingers are only 2 millimeters. I googled it. Wait. She cheated on you with a bee? So after a crazy-ass tennis ball bouncing sequence where Barry causes a car crash, tragically claiming a family of 6, don't ask me how, but he ends up at Vanessa's crib and inside their guacamole. And Ken is on BT. Tim's on his hands as he goes in for the kill. But look at my superhero Vanessa, my queen. She single-handedly stopped Ken from ending this movie at the 20-minute mark. And look at the warmth in her eyes. She cares so much. I ain't gonna lie, if she looked at me like that, I'd get pregnant. Barry has been completely bewitched and wants to holler the next day. You like jazz? This meme had the internet in a chokehold in like 2017. Matter of fact, this whole movie had the internet in a chokehold in like 2017. Why the f was Barry Benson on Facebook doing Michael Jordan numbers like 6 years after the movie came out? They say this movie has a cult following. And speaking of cult following, you should really subscribe and also follow the Twitch. Because on Barry and his hive's souls, we be having the littiest streams. Barry shoots his shot at Vanessa and they instantly go on a date. I don't know if Barry's bag is deep or if Vanessa is just a bot. But based on the fact that she was dating Ken, we can infer that she has no standards. You know what she needs in her life? Me, nigga! I would do it, you know. I would save her. Vanessa asks Barry where his crib is, and he points it out. Look at that beautifully animated landscape. It is absolutely stunning. Some seriously talented artists work at DreamWorks. Shout out to them. You know what? Let's just take a second here and admire it. So after his fun day out the hive, Barry goes back to the crib and tells Adam about how he's trying to bag a human shorty.
Well, actually, that's against bee law. You really shouldn't do that. You could get in serious trouble.
And how does Barry convince him exactly? He shoves food in his mouth in the middle of his sentence, and then Adam does a flip. Hey, yo! Adam, you are lame as hell for not squaring up after he just shoved that down your throat and tested your gangster. Now, Barry is experiencing what we over here at Dulio Labs call snow bunny withdrawals. He hasn't seen his snow bunny in 3 days, and he starts geeking, hallucinating, all that. Why did they just blow her to smithereens in a kid's movie, though? And Barry just can't take it anymore, so he goes out to see her again. He's macking on Shorty, and then this random come in here trying to interrupt his play. This is like next level dirty macking. Imagine you talking to a baddie, and some dude walk up and just slap the fuck out of you. Ragdoll you, sending you flying. Hey, Barry ate it though. And then Vanessa spins. Look at my superhero in action. Man, I just can't take it anymore. But the fact that he couldn't kill Barry and he got slapped up makes him 0-1 against a bee. Remember that. Barry sees all the honey at the store and finds out that humans have been stealing honey from bees. And now Barry is absolutely buzzing to get back. So he suits up and has a sword fight with the guy from earlier. Holding him at sting point is crazy, but I'm also like 95% sure that bees die when they sting people. He was willing to sacrifice his life for that info. With this sacred treasure I summon. Chill out, Megumi. But that means that Barry really was putting his life on the line. This guy is an insane crash dummy. And this means Hector is now 0-2 against a bee. But Hector's not built for this life at all. Not even 1 second at stinger point, and he's pissing down his leg and singing like a bird. Folds under no pressure and gives up the name. honey farms. So after an epic chase sequence that includes some random guy biking as fast as a truck, Barry hitchhikes on the windshield when it starts to get wicked. There's not enough space for everybody. So Barry has to slime this dude to make it out alive. Like I said, this is not a kid's movie. The writers are really testing Barry's conviction, the morality of sacrifice. He's willing to do anything to get his revenge for the bees. But how much of his soul will be left in the end? Will the people that love him that he's doing it for even recognize him by the time he's done? If you really think about it, he sort of has a character arc similar to Walter White. That makes him Walter Black and Yellow, starring in Breaking Bees. Hey, look at this dude, Moose Blood. I won't play any of his audio because the copyright demons will obliterate my life essence. But I'm pretty sure, and I don't say this lightly, something about this guy is racist. There's something there. I can feel it. I don't know what it is, but I promise you. Now, don't get me wrong, he's still cool though. But hey, mosquitoes. Barry arrives at the bee farm to find some of the most deranged and sinister bee farmers. They're just casually talking shit about bees. That's the topic of conversation at work. Swear these guys were put on Earth just to make bees suffer. They done messed around and let this supervillain get his hands on the Thomas 3000. He just cocked a bee smoker with an extended clip, spun it in his hand like an old western. Like, are we really just gonna ignore how psycho these bee farmers are? Look how devious they're looking in the pictures Barry took. They're enjoying this way too much. What's good with them, bro? And look how bad they're doing the bees. Isn't this like slavery? Barry tries to explain to his family that the humans are taking their honey, and they dismiss him, saying it's just a conspiracy.
More than 1 million kids come up missing per year. What do y'all think happened to these kids? And every time people come up missing, the more and more people come up missing, the more they release more chicken sandwiches and shit. I'm noticing that.
And then, completely unprovoked, Adam snitches on Barry.
Barry's been talking to humans.
I told y'all he was a square. Switching up after he got his hush money payments of bread being shoved down his throat, by the way.
It's an evil world we live in.
But like I said, there's a lot going on here that makes me think that this isn't a kid's movie. What did Gramps just say? I'm gonna read this out. I dated a cricket once in San Antonio. Man, those crazy legs kept me up all night. Achiwa. Oh, hell nah. Pop, you a freak. Barry does manage to convince his people that humans are stealing their honey, and the bees are gonna do something about it. So Barry goes back to Vanessa's spot to tell her the plan, and she cancels date night on her mans to help Barry sue all of humanity. Is that not cheating? They had a cute little yogurt night planned, and this shameless homewrecker Barry came in, and he just had to. Yo, Barry is egoing the hell out of Ken, man. Vanessa's so concerned about helping the bees get their honey back, but she did come see me off a honey pack. She might go and get a heart attack. Fast forward a little bit, and we are ready for the big day. It's time for the biggest trial since OJ. Bees versus humanity. And Victoria is looking good. But my thing is, the lifespan of a honeybee is about 6 weeks. When did he pass the LSAT? When did he go to law school? Bro thinks he's Mike Ross. And of course, winning this case isn't going to be easy. Representing humanity is Leighton Montgomery. And I want to know, what is this guy's problem? They had him pull up in this clean whip and catch a body off the ripski. Walks in and says, if it isn't the B team, any of you boys work on this? And dangles a honey pack in their face. What is this guy on? This guy's a psycho. No, I'm gonna be honest. After that intro, Monty's opening statement absolutely reeked. I'm not even gonna cover it. It was trash. And hold on, I might be forced to eat my words about Barry not knowing legal procedure, because he is in the courtroom putting on a masterclass. And then, for dramatic effect, he has a bear brought into the courtroom. Yo, what the hell is this movie, man? I'm not an expert on lawyerism, but I don't think that's allowed. They never did that in an episode of Suits anyways. So after he cooks the first witness, then he doxes the second witness, then he makes the third witness crash out. He had him ready to jump over and give the judge a nice warm hug. Barry's up on the boards like crazy. And with that, the first day of court is over. So Barry and Vanessa have a little wine night to celebrate. And this man, Ken, catches him mid-toast. Let me come home and find Shorty having wine night with another man. Boy, I would've... And Ken is right there with me. He's ready to boom this guy once and for all. He waits till Barry has to go to the bathroom, and he's ready to catch a body. Ken sprays him with the air freshener, and when Barry seems unfazed, look what he does. What is wrong with him? Look at the joy in his face. Man, this guy is a real demon, and he wants Barry out of there. So Ken's goofy ass slips and falls into the shower, but he gets up and sets the shower head to combat mode. Why does the shower head at Vanessa's crib have a civil rights mode? Sprays him and drops him in the toilet. Ken thought he finished the job, but then Barry starts getting gnarly, dude. And right as Ken winds up another swing, Vanessa comes in and saves the day again. What's that in the sky? It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's... Barry really got them to break up off that, and look how smug he looks. Add him to the list of psychos in this movie, dog. He's really willing to do whatever it takes to get promoted from the side dude to the main dude, even if it means surviving this Elden Ring boss fight. Now back to the courtroom for day 2 of the trial, and Montgomery's plan is to rage bait the bees and show the jury that bees be wildin'. And of course, Adam takes the bait and stings the lawyer on his booty. Now hold on, the jigulation here is crazy. Why is Montgomery's butt so fat though? After one pump, Adam is absolutely cooked, and it's looking like he won't make it. Doctors doing all they can. They done hooked him up to a honey IV. It's absolutely magic how he's on HIV right now. He described the sensation of stinging somebody as, and I quote the actual movie, adrenaline and then ecstasy. Adam really dropped his final load on this man's cheeks and dropped dead on the spot. And looking at Montgomery, I can't even blame him. What's all that movement back there? So Adam admits that he messed the case over and all hope looks lost. But then Barry gets an idea. So back to the courtroom for day 3, and Barry is nowhere to be found. This man disappeared like my phone and wallet after a nice stroll in New York City. And right as the judge was about to dismiss the case, Barry kicks the door down and whips out the Thomas 3000 bee smoker. And in order to prove that it doesn't work, the lawyer commits genocide. This man just opened fire into a crowd of civilians. Now there is a comparison to be made here. I obviously won't do it. I'm not gonna elaborate either. And Barry gives a powerful speech about how bees are honey slaves to the white man. And everyone screams, "Free the bees!" And the bees win. And the movie ends happily ever after. Well, not quite. The lawyer gives Barry an honestly terrifying warning and says that he messed everything up. But imagine being the lawyer here though. Went to law school for a bunch of years, then worked his way to the top, and then doing all the BS that they gotta do in an episode of Suits like Discovery and other lawyer stuff just to lose to bzz, nigga. This guy is such a fraud. Barry was not holding back at all when it came to reclaiming honey. This man wanted his reparations. Stat! They JFK'd Winnie the Pooh. Slammed this old lady for putting some honey in her tea. You can't even say the word honey without getting phantom text. Boy, them bees got so much honey, they had to shut down production. They're all just laying back and tanning. Like, this would be life if we just printed more money.
Well, actually, Dulio, if we printed more money, it would heavily impact the economical status of the...
I don't care, lil' bro. So the bees stopped going to work, and boom, just like that, all the flowers die. Even Vanessa's fine ass has to shut her shop down. Oh no, everyone is so sad. Look, the office is empty. Wah. They want us to be sad that they can't go to work no more and all their economic needs are met, but I couldn't be happier for them. Oh no, people stop showing up to work and the world ends. Like what? This whole movie is government propaganda. First of all, they idolize the military. Then, when everyone is working all day, every day for grueling hours, everything is perfect. Don't ask any questions. God forbid they unionize or demand better working conditions. When they stop showing up to work, the world ends. When they have a revolution and take back the honey that's rightfully theirs, the world ends. What type of message is this movie sending to the youth? Just shut up and work your 9 to 5 and don't put up a fit when you're told to stay late? Okay, Joe Biden, relax. Make it a little less obvious next time. Honestly, if the finale to this movie wasn't so damn crazy, I would have stopped the video right here. But I'm pretty much obligated to cover this last part. So basically, Barry and Vanessa get the idea to go to the flower playoffs to get a bunch of flowers, bring them home, and pollinate everything. So in order to save the world, they commit theft. Vanessa impersonates a federal officer, commits murder, grand theft auto, reckless driving. Then they somehow bring flowers onto the plane. 50-pound cargo limit, my ass. There's no way they're getting that on there. So when they're on the plane trying to bring the flowers back, they get told there's gonna be a delay, and that's gonna be a problem. So on top of the list of crimes they've already committed, Barry goes and hijacks the plane, knocks both the captains out clean. Then when news breaks out to the world, look what this freak Adam is up to. What is that on your face, freak Bob? Then, with the power of a magical cult chant, Barry summons all the bees. And in order to stop the plane from crashing, the bee block super soldiers assemble and they lift the plane. Then, they're pointed to another bee cult chant to know where to land the plane. Why do these guys have so many cult chants? Man, these guys are demonic as hell. Wait. Wait! If you'll remember, at the start of the video, I told you to keep a close watch on just how shady Big Honey moves. All the bees work for the same megacorp, which also controls the media. Throughout the movie, the bees have random chants that they do that everybody just knows, like the ones we see here. These were no doubt taught to them by the megacorp. But why? Subliminal messaging, sheep herding, mind control. And look at their society. Nobody asks any questions. It's working. Honex, which is a division of Honesco and part of the Hexagon group. It's all in the names. Honex and Honesco backwards are
Skena
and
Xena.
these are the names of two demons. And the Hexagon group, how many sides are in a hexagon? 6! I see it all now. Blink and you'll miss it. But look at this salute that the general does. Ring any bells? Bee society is being controlled by the forces of evil. And when Barry broke the Matrix, how did Bee society make him submit? Snow Bunny mind control. Let's ask Donald Trump if that one made sense. I've cracked the case. Now back to our emergency landing. After rotating around the flower 3 times, the bazillion bees carrying the plane landed on the bee-made pulsating flower helipad, and all the flowers drop out the bottom so they can repollinate. What the hell is going on? There's only one explanation for this whole scenario, and in order to make sense of it, we have to look closely at Vanessa. As we know, Vanessa is a florist, so she deals a lot with flowers, plants, natural herbs, mushrooms. Bro, let's be so serious. This whole thing had to have been a bad trip off them herbs on the secret menu at her shop. So after Barry gives his final BS ass speech that his psyop Snow Bunny convinced him to say to get the bees back to work, he becomes a pollen jock and gets one of those cool jackets. The bees return to their 9 to 5s and everyone lives happily ever after. Woohoo! And look, not to trip on Vanessa too much, and hey, no racial, but if I told you that a person ended up happily ever after with an animal, and I didn't tell you what demographic they were, hey, my dog, I'm sorry, but they would look a little bit like Vanessa, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying. So Barry and Vanessa have a joint flower shop animal law firm thing going, and they live happily ever after for like the next week and a half max before Barry drops dead. I've been real generous with the lifespan thing here. Let's be so serious. And don't forget whose channel this is either. Big professional hating going on here. And as far as the hating goes, I said we ain't done yet. Welcome to the Dr. Dulio fit inspection, where as the name implies, I inspect some fits. Now let's take a look at Barry. What are we even doing here, man? What am I supposed to say? He's a bee wearing a black and yellow turtleneck. Like, okay. Sweater, black chucks. That's it. No pants, no accessories. This fit inspection basically boils down to, hey Dulio, do you like this sweater? No. A bee wearing black and yellow. Like, you're boring, bro. Take a risk or something. I personally would have styled Barry something a little closer to this. Let the people know what we on. Now, as for the total score, I give Barry 2 out of 7 honey packs. I just think it's pretty basic. Now, that's all we've got for today. And I promise I will be uploading more consistently. And as always, I love you all, and thanks for watching.